Yo, what's going on today, YouTube? It is Rikar here, and today we are jumping into some Warzone content that I am extremely excited about, guys. They are making changes to a lot of things that people have asked for, and we didn't think they were ever going to do it. So I am absolutely stoked to jump into these patch notes with you today and just run through everything you need to know going into the new map next week. I love you guys. Let's jump into it. Alrighty, guys, let's jump right into this good stuff because there is a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about just like the basic stuff real quick, as fast as possible, and we're going to jump into the meat and potatoes in like a minute. So hang on with me, guys. So December 8th is when, if you have Vanguard, you can play the game. December 9th, everyone can play the game. Basically, the main things is they're only going to let you use Vanguard weapons on that launch, which I get it for marketing standpoint why they're doing that. I also bought Vanguard and I've leveled all the SMGs and ARs. So if you guys need to know what guns to use, I will be testing them all right away on this channel and get you videos and all that good stuff, builds. There's a lot to do because there's going to be 10 attachments, I'm assuming. And yeah, it says you can further customize them up to 10 attachments. So there's going to be a lot of things to be tested, which I think I already kind of been working on them enough within Vanguard to know because it's the same engine. I think I'll be able to really give you guys those best weapons right off the rip. And then basically there's lots of operators, calling cards, emblems, all that good stuff. We don't really care about that. If you just play every day, you're going to unlock them anyways. Then on that first release weekend, there's a thing called Vanguard Royale. December 9th, we're basically just getting to play this game mode. And so I'm okay with that. It's like a limited time mode. I don't know if it's going to count for wins or anything like that. Hopefully they reset like and have a specific category for Caldera. That would be super fun. Hopefully they do that. Fingers crossed. And obviously anti-cheat comes out that day too. So hopefully you won't see cheaters at the top of the leaderboard because that's always something fun to grind at the beginning of a new game. New vehicles. Basically, you're gonna have fly fighter planes. They're planes with guns, guys. We're gonna go up in the air and they're gonna have battles. I don't know if you can have two people with there, someone else shooting it, or just you shoot it yourself, but it's gonna be really awesome. Hopefully it feels good on a mouse and keyboard because usually the vehicles usually feel better on a controller. But they do have guns on the grounds or trucks that you can shoot them out of the sky with, which I'm very interested about. So very exciting on that. And then it looks like there's also ground-based vehicles, including squad transport, all-terrain car that will help your squad cut through and around the island. So maybe you can like literally, I wonder if you can like cut trees with it. When they said cut through, like, is that like a word they're trying to give us? Like you can cut through this. Then loadouts can only have Vanguard weapons, it looks like, in that mode. And then we're going to have in-game events where basically there's going to be a circle collapse, every circle collapse. So at the end of each zone, you're going to have bombing runs and different items within Caldera's world that will have contract rewards, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to see and wait. That first December 9th, if you do not own Vanguard, or the first 24 hours, December 8th, you will have to play Rebirth Island. They're getting rid of Verdansk, all that stuff. So you're going to have Rebirth Island, but it looks like they are going to be getting rid of Rebirth for a little while because it says right here, we'll return to Rebirth Island and other game modes during the season. So I wonder what or how long that's going to be. Hopefully not very long because I hate that. I hate when you just go and like get rid of a mode that people love because what's it doing? Like, I understand you want people to play the new map and new modes and that kind of stuff. Like, that's what you just built for the past, hopefully, year because we haven't got a new map in a year. But there's people that legitimately only play this game for Rebirth, so I do not love that by any means, but it's going to come back eventually. So if you're a Rebirth player, take a little break, come back. So, new map. This is big, guys. Huge changes to the game that we absolutely love, okay? Gulag. When you die in the Gulag, you are coming back with a weapon just like in Iron Trials. And you use that weapon in the Gulag. You win the Gulag. Say you had an AK. You come back with that AK. They're usually not like OP builds or anything like that, so it's not like terrible, but it's better than a pistol. So we love that. Iron Trials, they did a great job in that. Next, ginormous changes, guys. Dead Silence is being nerfed. My opinion on it is they're not going to change the entire mechanic of it. They're just going to shorten the duration. That's my opinion, which I think could be actually a huge nerf because it's really hard to close distance in games without being seen. Like in Warzone, it's really hard to close that distance, but with Dead Silence lasting like 30 seconds, you can close as much distance as you want. So if they just nerf that down to like 10 seconds or something, it's going to be pretty much not as useful. Stopping power rounds, gone forever. See you later, Aaron Hernandez. Peace out. Like, god damn, thank God that is out of the game. I am so happy about that. Never thought that was going to happen. They nerfed it and like brought it down, but they're gone. They probably said, you know what, it's probably better. We don't even have to add it onto the map. Amazing. And then with this, barrier equipment changes are happening. Nerfs to stun grenades and heartbeat sensors, which is, I wonder what that heartbeat sensor nerf is going to be. Is it going to be just shorter range, or I don't know. I'm very interested because I'm a heartbeat sensor player. I always have a heartbeat sensor. But they're also going to nerf dual wielded melee weapons like the Kali sticks and the Sai. I don't know about that. If you get beat down by Kali sticks, like, I've never been like, Kali sticks are broken. They're just annoying. So it's like, if you get, I always thought to myself, if you die to Kali sticks, like, it is your fault. Like 99% of the time, it's your fault. Rebirth Island's a little bit different because like people can hide in corners and stuff a lot better. But if you die to like Kali sticks in actual like Warzone, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully they're not like nerfed to the ground because they're fun. They're really fun. And also, it's like one of my highest view videos ever, how to unlock those Kali sticks. So I got a little self motivation for that one. I love those just for that video. Almost at 100K on that. Another change involves loadout drop markers. This is big. You cannot buy a loadout until guys, you get that first loadout that drops. So at 45 seconds left in that first zone, when that first loadout normally drops, you can then go to the store and buy your own loadout. So you have to use ground loot weapons for like 5 minutes or so. I don't see anything wrong with that. I do think it's going to change the pacing of the game, and it's going to make the mid game more fun, which the mid game was super boring lately. So it's either going to lead to even higher kill games or slightly lower kill games, which I'm perfectly fine with either, as long as there's a consistency to it. And they're going to get a big consistency to this because a battle royale in most every other game like Fortnite, H1Z1, other game, PUBG, what you found on the ground really dependent on what you were going to get. And this feels like a traditional BR for those first 5 minutes. So it's kind of exciting, but I don't think it's really going to change anything. I kind of like it. Obviously loadouts are a big thing, but you're still having your opportunity to get those loadouts. You just have to wait 5 minutes. Along with these nerfs to several lethal and tactical equipment pieces, we'll see much needed buffs. Most lethal equipment will deal more damage, which I'm interested on. Are you going to be able to die to like a mine, like one shot if you don't like lay down? Interested on that. And then snapshot grenade, as you see expected radius increase, the stim will also apply slight movement boost. So stims are going to be broken potentially, mattering on what perks you're running and stuff like that. You might be able to move extremely fast. And then the decoy grenade is going to pack rubber bullets that deal just enough damage to pester enemies. That is going to be interesting. End game decoy grenades might be broken. I don't know. Gas masks and explosive canisters. So they are fixing gas masks. Thank the freaking Lord, guys, because I couldn't do it anymore. I don't know about you guys, but I've lost so many games to just like pulling off my gas mask at bad times because the zone pulled the wrong direction and you had to eat the gas for a while, and nothing worse. Obviously, over time we've kind of gotten used to it, but it's something that we've always wanted. Then they have added explosive canisters that were developed by High Moon Studios. If these canisters explode, they release a small cloud of non-toxic smoke into the atmosphere, which is absolutely amazing. I don't know why you like, it sounds like you can like actually attach these canisters. It says right here that you can, let's see where it was. I read it earlier. You can clip it onto an ascender. So the zip lines things that go up buildings, you can clip it onto that and it'll like explode at the top. If people are camping, I don't know how big this radius is going to be, but if you can stop campers like that, that's crazy. I'm super excited. Very, very excited. We can't swim. There's a lot of water on this map, but it's shallow water. You can't swim, but you can walk or wade if you want to get those fancy fishing terms out there like they used here. In areas like Lagoon, you can just walk through it, making it harder to see footsteps, even to those operators with tracker perk equipped. Crouch in knee-high water and gain effects of cold-blooded, but you cannot go prone. So you cannot lay in the water, which I was interested in. I really wanted like a full water thing because you've seen it in like Black Ops 4 and stuff like that where you could go under the water and shoot people, which was, I personally thought, really fun. So hopefully they do that eventually, but this is a step forward. I'm very excited for the water, being able to walk through it, because there's nothing worse than in Warzone. Like the first time I was like, let's go jump across the water and swim. Just die instantly. So I'm interested in that. And then it says, speaking of science, fire-based equipment now causes smoke when it hits water, causing new layer of tactics when traversing through open, shallow pools. So that's interesting. Is that going to mean Molotovs are going to be even better? They're going to get buff Molotovs damage, and then like you can throw them on water and like cause like a smoke? That is interesting, guys. A lot of things that people aren't thinking about yet, that I am bringing you guys that information first. Contracts and public events. During a match, squad can find new contracts, such as the supply drop contract, which airlifts a valuable crate onto the map for anyone to pick up, but only has the exact location revealed by the contracted squad. Sounds kind of like, what's the big one? The one that gives you a ton of money. I'm forgetting what it's called, the blue one. Sounds something like that, where everyone's gonna be able to see it, but only one team can like really know where it's at. So we'll see what ends up happening on that. Another is the big game bounty, which targets the operator with the highest kill count, but only once per game. That's kind of annoying, and I hope it happens like early in the game, because how annoying would that be if you're in like a 30 kill game or like a 20 plus kill game, like you're on your PR pace and you get this target of someone like, hey, let's go kill this guy. That kind of would suck. So hopefully it's early on in the game where you're not just like popping off. As for public events, expect restock resurgence from Rebirth and to come to Caldera. In addition to the cash drops you may see during the operations flashback, there are also rumors that weapon crates can appear around the island, which contain, they're not going to tell us, like coveted blueprints. So we get some new blueprints. If you go and collect those, I'll find them all and let you guys know when those are a thing. Armaments extracted. So they're talking about armaments multiple times. That's usually just like, armaments are like, what do you even call them? I haven't put them on, like probably like stickers for your guns and stuff like that. Hopefully it's cool. I don't know. They're talking about it a lot though, and this is the second or third time it's been brought up in the patch notes. But it says, be sure to check in close to your Season 1 with Raven Software for the patch notes and other important fine detailed updates, as well as at the BNOX for anything related to PC related changes. I'm excited, guys. Very, very excited. And then it just talks about right here, Ricochet Anti-Cheat will deploy an internally new developed kernel level driver on PC to assist in identifying cheaters in Warzone. This will allow players to focus more on fun, new offerings. So hopefully this thing works and it doesn't falsely ban people and lose their accounts. And hopefully it just bans the people that need to be banned. So fingers freaking crossed. So it looks like kernel level driver coming the first Warzone and will be required for all PC players after this update. Kernel level drivers usually means it has to be like running as the game's running. Kind of if you played Vanguard, they have like theirs that still runs on my computer every day. So other than that, it says like go do the secrets of Pacific. Ignore that because the event's pretty trash, probably the worst one ever. And then they're gonna have a lot more stuff going forward, but it looks like they're gonna have a lot of free content. So I'm very exciting. And then it says later in the season, expect 2 other operators, an additional core multiplayer map, and a small returning team tactics mode. More information on it's coming soon in Zombies, another free weapon unlocked via challenges and a festive celebration across the games, all which much more are locked and loaded to carry us through the holiday season into the new year. So big things here, guys. Very big things. Let's get to the boring part. They went and showed us the rest of everything. This might not be that boring, but we have pretty cool graphics here. Obviously, love it. And then basically it's just going to be talking about what we were talking about earlier, but it's going to start showing us the map here. We're going to see the map. Pretty big. It looks really big, actually. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 POIs, which is pretty solid. This looks very solid. It doesn't look as big as Verdansk, but to travel from, yeah, it might be bigger in Verdansk if you go from top to bottom. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I'm excited. It's very nice to see these, and I like the names of all these. They're very, like, you know where it is. Like, Subpen is a map. You have, isn't Shipment one of these? Why isn't Shipment showing up on here? But Shipment's on here somewhere. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. It looks like they're trying to implement their map, or multiplayer maps into this, which looks really good. Next, it's going to show us all of them. Naval Arsenal, pretty cool. You're going to see some people like landing here and looting down here, and they're just getting beamed from people up top. So I'd probably avoid the bottom of that with everything. But these look humongous, and there's probably going to be a lot of loot in those. So I'm excited about that. Don't love these buildings. Don't love them. It's already looking like there's going to be a lot of buildings on this map, which we were originally looked like it wasn't going to be. So, but it does look more like, I will say, from like these stairs and stuff like this, it's more like Rebirth Island buildings, which are a lot better to deal with, because I can't run up another staircase and take a freaking 180 left turn and get killed by someone at the top of a staircase. Right here we got industrial docks. It looks like Shipment. That's what it is. This is Shipment right here, 100%. Runway, sorry. Looks like this is where you're gonna, obviously it's gonna be like airport. Be cool. I'm gonna love it, I think. Well, I guess airport or I I'm losing it. Air base? Is that what it's called? Freaking military base. There it is. Military base, potentially. Ruins. This looks like one of their maps that they have in the game. I forget what the name of the map is because I'm terrible at names of maps, but you got ruins here. Phosphate mines and other mines kind of thing, which I'm not surprised to see on an island. If you've ever watched any movies where every island, for some reason, has mines. Peak. So this is probably going to be the top of the map. Looks pretty freaking cool. I will say this is one of the cooler POIs I've seen yet. I will say. Beachhead. Looks like we're right along the beach. These are probably the guns that you can use to shoot airplanes out of the sky. I don't love that these are really set up for head glitches with these extra boxes up here. Don't love that, but we'll see what ends up happening. River Village. I don't see a river. Do you? I do not, but looks cool. I mean, it looks like a village, which should be by the river, but I don't see a river. So looks like this should be the river, but there's no water there unless the water is perfectly clear. Maybe it is. Maybe it is the water. I don't know. It should be blue though. Clear water lagoon. So I'm guessing this is like the water that you can walk through, like this stuff here. Not 100% sure yet, but it looks like we got some kind of lighthouse that people are going to camp up in. Not excited. Don't put it in the middle of the map. That's all I ask. Put it on the side of the map so you're not stuck going through that. There. Oh my God, it's air traffic control tower. I hate that. So this looks like the airport because it's actually called the terminal. Yeah, so they have an air traffic control tower, but it looks like much easier to counter. Hopefully there's a zip line on it and it looks like you can just readily walk right up it. So fingers crossed on that. Agricultural center. They had to throw the weed growing building into it, didn't they? Call of Duty at its finest. Shark Lair submarine pen. This looks cool. It's going to be just like the map sub pen, I'm sure. So if you haven't played Vanguard, it'll be cool for Warzone, but you probably won't spend much time inside there anywhere other than just like looting. Maybe that'll be like a hot drop, mattering where it is on the map. Caldera power plant. Pretty open, not too much going on other than like right here. Probably be like a low key drop unless it's like in the middle of the map. I can go up to the top and look where all these are, but I'm not going to. Capital City, so this is gonna be like your main city. I don't know if that's gonna end up being a hot drop or like people just like want to stay away from it. Royal Cabana Resort. Looks like we're going to the beach. Looks awesome. I love it. And that's it. So that's all of them right there. Obviously, you can go back and like match these to where they are in the map if you want. I'm sure I will do it later. But very, very excited, guys. Lots of big changes that I've been wanting for literally a year and a half now. So, like literally week 1, I wanted gas mask change. So, very happy. Wait, were they even in the game week 1? Maybe. I don't even remember. But, guys, thank you guys so much if you guys made it this far in the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys do, remember, just drop a subscription to the channel. I'll keep you guys ahead of everything Warzone. And I do have like a 2.5 KD, so I do know what I'm talking about in these games. And it's a 2.5 KD playing like an absolute dumbass. So I love this game. I can't wait for something big to happen. Hopefully this saves Warzone, because we all have felt like Warzone's kind of going down the tank because they haven't been making any of these changes. So I think they've made a lot of changes that are going to be huge for this game. So I'm very excited. Make sure to drop a like on the video, and I'll catch you guys later, guys. I love you guys. Have a good rest of your day, and peace out.